Have you ever lovingly planted a young tree, dreaming of future harvests or a cool, shady spot, only to find a sad, gnawed-down stump come spring? It's a familiar and incredibly frustrating situation, isn't it? Today, we're going to tackle this problem once and for all. I'll show you 3 foolproof ways to protect your young trees from their 2 biggest winter enemies, rodents and frost. And I promise, one of these methods will genuinely surprise you with its sheer simplicity and ingenuity. But first, let's understand why young trees are so vulnerable in the first place. Their bark is still incredibly tender, thin, and, most importantly for rodents, sweet. For voles and rabbits, this makes for a real delicacy during the harsh, hungry winter months. Voles typically work at ground level, often hidden beneath the snow, while rabbits can strip bark from the trunk up to half a metre high. If they girdle the tree by gnawing the bark all the way around, creating a complete ring, the tree is doomed. Frost, on the other hand, poses a significant threat to the root collar and young branches, especially during winters with little or no snow cover. So, our first and arguably most dependable method is physical protection. Let's call this the fortress building approach. The concept is simple. We need to create a barrier around your delicate young tree trunk that rodents simply cannot chew through. Think of it like giving your tree a sturdy bulletproof vest. The most common and user-friendly choice is a special plastic mesh designed for saplings. You've probably seen these at garden centres. It's easy to install, allows the tree to breathe, lets light through, and lasts for several years. An excellent option if you only have a few trees. But what if your budget is tight? No problem. Let's get resourceful. Grab some ordinary 1.5 or 2 litre plastic bottles. Cut off both the bottom and the neck, slice the remaining cylinder lengthwise, and wrap it around the tree trunk. For taller trees, you can stack several of these cylinders, one on top of the other. It's a low-cost, straightforward and highly effective solution against mice. Another classic material is roofing felt or tar paper. Simply cut it into strips, wrap it around the trunk, and secure it with twine. But you need to be very careful with this one. Roofing felt is dark, and in late winter it can heat up significantly in the sun. This can lead to bark scorching and frost cracks. We'll discuss this common gardening mistake in detail at the end of the video. Let's not forget the old-fashioned, tried-and-true method. Wrapping the trunk with spruce or fir boughs. It's important to position the branches with the needles pointing downwards. Mice and rabbits really dislike getting pricked, and the coniferous scent further deters them. Plus, boughs are excellent at trapping snow, providing an extra layer of frost protection. And finally, an unexpected life hack. Old nylon pantyhose. Yes, you heard that right. For some reason, rodents really don't like to chew on them. Now let's move on to method number 2, a chemical deterrent, or an olfactory offensive, if you will. If physical barriers are your castle walls, then this method is the moat filled with foul-smelling water surrounding them. The goal is to make the tree bark utterly unappealing, or to repel rodents with a strong, off-putting smell. This is where special garden whitewash or paint comes in handy, but not just any kind. We're talking about formulations with added ingredients. Garden stores sell ready-made mixtures that already contain repellents, substances designed to deter pests. Many experienced gardeners prefer to prepare their own mix, adding a bit of copper sulfate or pungent creolin to regular whitewash. The smell from such a mixture will be, to put it mildly, quite distinctive, but that's precisely what we need. For the sensitive nose of a mouse or a rabbit, it's a powerful alarm signal that will make them keep their distance. For those who prefer traditional methods, birch tar is an excellent choice. It's a highly concentrated and pungent substance. You can soak rags or pieces of old burlap in it and hang them on the lower branches of trees. This creates a kind of aromatic fence around the perimeter of your garden. The primary downside to this approach is its lack of longevity. Rain, snow and wind will gradually wash away and dissipate our fragrant defence. Therefore, you may need to reapply the treatment throughout the winter, especially after significant thaws, to maintain its effectiveness. And now we come to the third and perhaps the cleverest method. We'll call it the cultural or agronomic approach. This isn't about a single action, but a comprehensive set of measures designed to create an utterly unwelcoming and uncomfortable environment for rodents on your property, making it difficult for them to live and overwinter. Essentially, we're telling them, you're not welcome here, find somewhere else. This strategy begins in the fall. After your final lawn mowing, make sure to clear away all plant debris, fallen leaves and weeds, especially from around the base of young trees. A pile of hay or straw left for the winter isn't just shelter. It's a 5-star hotel with full board for voles and field mice. Don't give them that luxury. The ground around the base of your trees should be kept clean and clear. Next, we wait for the first significant snowfall. Once about 4 to 6 inches, 10 to 15 centimetres of snow has fallen, put on your boots and head out to the garden. Your task is to thoroughly compact the snow around each young tree in about a 20-inch, half-metre radius. Why? Because mice don't run on the surface in winter. They tunnel through the loose snow right near the ground. A dense, compacted layer of snow becomes an impenetrable barrier for them, much like an ice wall. It's incredibly difficult for them to dig through such a fortified layer. However, when it comes to frost protection, snow is actually our best friend. For this, you want to pile it up against the trunk, creating a warm snowdrift. But here's a crucial detail. First, you must compact that initial layer of snow. Only then, throughout the winter, should you pile loose, fluffy snow on top. If you simply heap fluffy snow directly onto bare ground, you'll effectively be building mice an ideal warm home with direct access to your tree's bark. Remember, first, a dense protective barrier, then a soft, insulating blanket. And now for that critical mistake I mentioned, the most common and often fatal error even experienced gardeners make. They'll meticulously protect a tree from rodents, only to inadvertently doom it to frost damage. Picture this. You've tightly wrapped the tree trunk with dark roofing felt. All seems well throughout winter, but then February or March rolls around and the bright sun starts to beat down. The dark material absorbs the sun's heat, warming the bark underneath, which wakes up and begins sap flow. Then a severe frost strikes at night. The liquid sap in the cells freezes, rupturing them, and the cambium, the tree's living tissue, dies. In spring, you remove the protection, only to find the tree dead, despite being untouched by rodents. That's why there must always be a gap, an air layer, between the trunk and any protective wrapping. And never use dark materials unless you paint them white on top. So, to sum up, we have 3 powerful tools: physical barriers like netting or spruce branches, deterrent scents, and proper site preparation by compacting snow. The best results come from combining all of them. Don't shy away from investing a little time this autumn, and your young trees will surely reward you with vigorous growth in spring. Thanks for sticking with us until the end of this video. If you found this information useful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new tips. Now over to you. What proven tree protection methods do you rely on? Share your wisdom in the comments below. Let's build a helpful community together.